Alright, what's going on out there, folks? Rooster here in Tennessee. Got kind of a special video coming up here today looking at the Cobra 29 LTD Chrome. First thing we'll do is go through the motions as normal and just do a performance test on it, output test, all that. I'm going to do two different output tests to begin with. I'm going to do one on our standard 13.8 volt supply with just a regular power cord on it, and then I'm gonna do another test on 14.5 volts with our double fused power cord that I carry, and just show you the difference that the voltage makes and all that. So 14.5 is probably a little bit closer. Well, probably somewhere between 13.8 and 14.5 is what your vehicle voltage will be. So we'll just do that just to give you a general idea of the power output difference, go through all that. This is a brand new radio. We're going to start keeping these brand new radios, and the second half of the video, I'll kind of go into some of the pricing and stuff like that, and the reason for pricing, and I'll break down every mod that's been done to the radio and give you an idea of what those mods would cost if you went to get them done individually somewhere. So brand new radio, plastic still on top of it. This one's just been taken out of the box to do a video on it. They're all going to do about the same power, unless we get a freak one in that does a little bit more. They'll all do about the same power. All of the same mods have been done to it, with the exception we don't have a white LED meter light. That's actually the blue one that comes in it. The meter backing in these radios is white, so white doesn't necessarily look the greatest in them, so we just leave it with the blue. I've got the dimmer on because if I don't, that thing will blind you. See, there it is, bright. It's not that bright in person, but through a video camera it really shows up. So anyway, VFO windup right here on the channel 9 switch. We'll go ahead and key it up, and we've got our Grant over here in the background just to test to make sure the windup is working. Hopefully you can hear that. I'll do it again. So that's our VFO windup. Turn the windup off. Not a single noise. Nothing. So windup is working just fine. We'll go ahead and turn the Grant off. Next, we'll do the receive test just real quick. I'm going to turn the volume wide open. Now our A&L is on, so we have absolutely no static. We are on a dummy load. Obviously going to be a little bit less static than a normal antenna, but all the same, with a stock radio, you're still going to get some noise on a dummy load. No noise with the A&L on. And there you've got some static in there. Now, just to show you that it does receive, I'm going to key up my Cobra 90. We're going dummy load to dummy load here. So there it is receiving. Once we're off the key, the static goes away. So quietened receive, mod done. It's had the widened out receive done to it to receive those hi-fi radios, and just a better sounding receive overall if you're using a quality speaker. Variable power on the RF gain, we'll show that here in a second. Has had the transmit tune done to it, peak and tune, whatever you want to call it, for the power. Has had the audio mods done to it for the modulation, the actual sound that the radio, the actual sound quality the radio has, modulation quality, and then a Talkback mod has been done to it. Now, pretty simple mod, but the Talkback that comes in these is pretty trashy, not very good at all. So Gump went in there and modded the Talkback to where it was acceptable. Now, I'm not somebody that likes Talkback anyway. I don't care for it. I get to hear myself talk enough in these videos. I don't have to hear it every time I key up a radio, but for the sake of the video, let's just demonstrate. Mic gain is at 3 to 4 o'clock, and we'll just show you the Talkback here. We're sitting about a foot and a half, 2 feet away from the radio. Let's turn this other radio off. Audio, 1, 2. Audio, 1, 2. 12 o'clock. Audio. If I was going to run Talkback, that's probably where I'd run it. Audio. Audio. 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Let's go wide open. Audio. 1, 2. Audio. Good and loud. No feedback. No feedback. Turn our dead key down. Usually you'll get some feedback if you're running a low dead key. Audio. 1, 2. No feedback. Mic gain wide open. Mic gain wide open. Audio. Audio. Talkback wide open. Dead key all the way down. No feedback. Oh, we just had a little bit there. Audio. Got too close to the radio. I wouldn't run the mic gain wide open anyway. I run it around 3 o'clock. That's my preference. To each their own. If you're somebody that's kind of soft-spoken, you may run it wide open if you want to. But I've got kind of a loud voice anyway, so 3 o'clock is like having the mic gain wide open for me. As far as the insides on these radios, I guess I need to get into that. A lot of these, let me get my fingers around the front of the camera here. A lot of these competition radios out there are pretty hacked up on the inside. They jerk the limiters out, spread the coils near the back of the radio, take the tuning slug all the way out. That stuff's not done to this radio. Good peak power, good average power without doing all that. And the radios last a long time. I may have said that before in some of these videos, but I can probably, out of the 100 sold, I can probably think of maybe 1 or 2 that have came back, and that would be for like channel segments going out or something like that. It's almost never failures with the final or something like that. So good, loud, clean modulation is what we want to go for, and a radio that's going to perform for you day in and day out. Not a radio that you just take out on the weekend and hammer down and then Monday you're in the shop. We want one that's going to last a long time. So anyway, let's go on to the power output test, performance test, excuse me, all that. We'll test it with both different power cords, and then I'll do a price breakdown at the end of the video, and we'll wrap this thing up. Brand new 29 chrome. So let me get my camera off its stand here, and we'll get on with the show. So, as always, we'll start out with our dead key all the way down. Come over here to our Bird 43. See, we're on average power first. 50 watt slug. Audio. About 8, a little more than 8 average. Let's come over here and go to 12 o'clock. Audio. About 8 on the dot still. Let's go wide open. Excuse me. Audio. 8.5 to 9 wide open. So the average power changed a little bit. Now let's do peak. Wide open. Audio. 35, wide open. And somebody sent me a message last time and said, can you show us what they do peak all the way down? Well, certainly. So, all the way down. Audio. 35. 35 peak, 8.5 average. You could say 9 with it wide open. That's with our regular power cord, 13.8 volts. If I can get this thing set back up on the stand here, I will change power cords. Bear with me here. There we go. Change power cords. Matter of fact, I'm going to pause the video while we change power cords, and I'll be right back. All right, now we're back. I've got the double fused power cord on here. You can see the two fuses sticking up in the background. And we're running 14.5 volts on this radio. Scoot it up here a little bit. 14.5 volts. We're just going to do the same exact test. Average power all the way down, all the way up. And then peak power, we'll do the same. So here we go. Average power, once again, nothing's changed. 50 watt slug. Dead key all the way down. Oh, so about 9.5. Oh, getting real close to 10. See, now we'll go all the way up. The radio's sitting kind of lopsided there. There we go. Now we'll go all the way up. My little rinky-dink stand I've got here, makeshift. All right, now we're wide open. Let's do the same. So 7 watt dead key wide open, almost 8. Oh, really close to 10 watts, 9 3/4. Oh, so we've probably picked up a whole watt average. That's a big deal to some people, not a big deal to me. Okay, back to the radio. We're going to stay wide open. Let's go peak. Audio, 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 audio. 40 watts. So we picked up 5 watts peak. Now I'm just going to turn the dead key all the way down. Turn the variable all the way down. Audio, 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 audio. Somewhere between 37 watts and 40. There at the end, around 40 watts peak. So that being said, we gained 5 watts peak, you can say, and what, 1.5 watts, a watt average, 14.5 volts. 9 3/4 watts average and 40 watts peak, 13.8 volts, 8.5 watts average, and 35 watts peak. So a little bit of difference for those interested in that. Be right back. I'm gonna pause the video, set my camera back up, and then we're just gonna go over some pricing, and we'll wrap this video up. All right, appreciate it, guys. Bear with me. I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and I just wanted to give an overview, recap the mods done to the radio, and throw some prices out there for the ballpark that another shop would probably charge you. And we're going to quote this on the low end. I'm not going to try to blow up the prices or anything to make ourselves look good. We're going to quote this on the low end. Let's know a lot of the competition radios that you see done, they don't have some of the extras done to them like this radio does. They usually don't come with the hi-fi receive. They may or may not come with the Talkback mod. The audio change, a lot of times they don't care about the modulation or the sound of the radio. They just tune it for power and that's it. So a few little mods that have been done that you may not find done to other competition radios, which I hate that. I hate that term. It's the biggest sales gimmick around, but anyway, we're not going to call this a competition radio. We're going to call this what do we call this? A performance radio, maybe? I don't know. Durability is the key. Anyway, let's get into the mods here. So a VFO Windup, I've heard people charging as much as $75 for that. And honestly, that's a disgrace if they're charging that much for a Windup. I put down 35 bucks. I don't even think Gump would charge somebody $35 for a Windup. Usually it's kind of something he throws in for free if somebody wants it. Unless they want it, put on a external switch or something, then, it drives the cost up a little bit. But I put that down for $35. I think that's fair. That's probably what a lot of people are charging. The power mods, the peak and tune, 40 bucks is probably average. Probably most shops are charging $50 or $60, $70. I put $40. The audio mods, to actually change the sound that the radio has, the modulation. 35 bucks. Variable power, which is right here on the variable dead key control here. If somebody has to take the lids off and they use the parts to make that variable up, it's worth at least 25 bucks. And let me recap, the variable on these radios, extremely stable. You can lock this radio down for an hour, and if it's keying 5 watts when you key it down, it's going to be keying 5 watts an hour later. It doesn't change. I know some guys get in there and they're talking skip and their power starts going up and down. They got to keep adjusting their dead key. It's because the components used to make the variable are crap, and they're overheating and they're losing value or whatever, and they end up fluctuating. So really stable variable, that's got to be worth $25, right? The widened out receive and the quietened receive. So the widened out receive and quietened receive, two different mods. Take all the static out of the radio and all the unnecessary noise, and then the widened receive to just improve the receive quality. If you're running a quality speaker, here's some of those hi-fi radios a lot better. Of course, we're still on a CB radio, okay? So you're still limited a little bit, but it is a great improvement over the stock receive. The Talkback mod, that's again one of those simple mods, but if somebody has to pop the lids on the radio, they're probably going to charge you 20 bucks. And then the radio, the cost of the radio itself, buying them directly from Cobra, unless you're a dealer, I think they're $150. That's the cheapest I could find them on eBay, and I think Cobra was selling them. Obviously, we're an authorized dealer of them, so somebody like us, we may get them a little bit cheaper, but I promise you they're not a whole lot cheaper, even if you are a dealer. If you buy one of these as a truck stop, probably $165, $175, brand new, with nothing done to them. Buy it on eBay, 150 bucks. That being said, if you want to buy your own radio, brand new, and you want to send it to have it done up, no problem. No problem. And that's going to get into the next thing I mentioned, which is shipping. Shipping each way, $15. That's what it costs to ship a radio in a flat rate box. That's usually what we ship them in. You might be able to save a little bit of money depending on where you live. If you just ship it in a regular box and you have a shipping account like I do, you might be able to save a little bit of money. But $15 each way, so 30 bucks on that. $150 for the radio, unmodified. $30 on the shipping to me or shipping to Gump, and then paying to have it shipped back to you. So how much does all that equal? Well, if you add up all those mods, it's $385. That's the radio, the mods, the shipping, and everything. And we're going to beat that price by a mile. I don't want to give a concrete price on the video. Here's why. Prices change. The cost of radios go up, they go down. This video will forever be on YouTube. Let's say you're a customer and you see this video, and let's just say, for instance, I do price this radio. Let's say I price it for $275 or $265, whatever. Let's just say that's the price. You watch this video 2 years from now and you say, oh man, I'd like to get one of those. Man, that's a deal. Prices have gone up and these radios are $185. And you see that video and you think, man, that's a steal. I can get that radio for, $100 more tuned up and everything and shipped. And by that time, prices have gone up. So that's one reason why I don't like to put prices out there. Another reason, people that price bash and all that, I just don't have time to get into all that. So if you're interested in one of these, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. I will say on the used radios, the nice used radios we sell, done up, I usually start out at $150 and cap that off at $200 for the nicest ones, unless it's a brand new radio. Now, if it's a brand new radio, price goes up. Just like these, the price is going to be a little more. But for used radios, that's the price range I stay in. $150 for one that's a little beat up, and then $200 for one that's that's almost mint. But I guess that's really it, guys. If you're interested, let me know. We're still going to be doing some used radios. I'm going to still be doing some of those. Not going to stop, but they are getting harder to find. And some people don't want to wait to get one. It could be a month before I get some in. It could be a week. So for those of you that don't want to wait, you want a radio right now, you want a brand new radio, These are for you. They are available right now. I've got some in stock. I will continue to get these in stock. Just let me know. Of course, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. I'm sorry for the long video, but since this is going to be like a one-time only video, I wanted to make sure I got all the details in and got everything hashed out there. So that's it, guys. That's the Cobra 29 LTD Chrome official video for the new ones that we're going to be selling. And if you have questions, comments, again, I've provided my phone number. Just let me know, and we'll get back to you when we can. Rooster in Tennessee, I appreciate everybody's business. Catch you on the band. See you, bye.